Jiu-jitsu's interesting. Actually, I'm nursing. I want to go back so bad, but I'm nursing an injury right now because on Wednesday, I actually completely dislocated this finger.
Oh, fuck.
It was literally 90 degrees like that. And it was like...
So swollen.
Yeah, you could see. Yeah, on
fucked.
Wednesday, it fucking popped out literally 90 degrees, and I was like... It didn't even hurt. I was just looking at it like... Because we were rolling. It happens because I stupidly tried to post with single-armed. And when I had it in a single arm post like this and it was onto like my hand, the transition of this guy, it was like a rotating force. So it was rotating me away this way. And because all my weight was on this hand and with his body weight, it was just too much too quickly. And all of a sudden I just feel hot. I felt like like an electrical zap, but not painful. Like I wasn't like, I was just like, what the fuck? And then warm. And I'm like, this dude's on top of me. He's an ex-Israel, whatever their Navy SEALs are. He's an ex-Israeli Navy SEAL.
Interesting.
So this dude, but he was a white belt because of course he has to go, which is kind of bullshit because it's like you could be so experienced, but if you've just never done the thing of BJJ, like the formal schooling, you come in as a white belt. But clearly this guy has combat experience.
Yeah.
He's an ex-military member. So we're rolling, that happens. And then I'm like, wait. I was like, hold on. And he's like, what? And then it stops, and I'm like, he's on top of me like this. And I looked over his head and at my hand, and I'm like, oh, that's not right. Yeah, I'm like, that's not right. So then I look, and my hand's literally like this, and I call the coach over, and he runs over, like, that's not good. And I'm like, okay, like, what do I do? And he's like, well, do you want me to relocate it? Like, to set it back in place? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, no, yeah, reset it. And I go like this. And he just goes, and this is where I bitched out a little bit. I couldn't watch him do it, so I had to just look a little, like, you know when you get a shot at the fucking
Dude, I'm the
doctor's
same
office?
way. I can't look at myself I can't watch myself get
Blood drawn or something. Yeah, I can't either. There's something about that. So I was like, all right, let me just look away. And he did it, and he barely touches it, and I just feel the thing go, like, back into place. I was like, okay, there we go, cool. And
back to it.
Yeah, I start doing this, and he's like, what? He's looking at me like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, let's just tape this sucker up and then finish the class. So that happens. And then afterwards, I did feel like a little bit like this is so fucking stupid, but I felt like very like masculine, like a man, because he was like, you got my respect. And this is a guy who, do you know who George St. Pierre is?
Yes.
Like the one of the greatest UFC fighters of all time.
Yep.
I think a welterweight. So he actually was one of his like rolling training partners. This guy's like been around like in this industry, in this game for a while. So when he said like respect to you, like that was like fucking crazy. I was like, cool.
Meanwhile, if you'd call an ambulance and just been like, yeah, can we stop the class? I gotta go home.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're a bitch.
Yeah, he would have been like, motherfucker,
Certified
this guy's a pussy.
bitch made.